Hello everyone, my name is Nathan Gayhart and this is my hypothesis presentation. My question is, can thorium revive the nuclear industry? By Nathan Gayhart. Thorium is an element and we're running short on uranium in our world, and we're trying to come up with ways to revive our nuclear industry. And I'm going to go over some problems we're having with our nuclear industry and how thorium could possibly solve those. So our current energy problem. Everyone's heard of a carbon footprint, and everyone's trying to push towards renewable resources. And the graphic on the right shows a lot of percentages on where we're getting our energy as a nation. I got this information from the U.S. Energy Information Administration. So this is from a government agency. As you can see, coal is 39%. Oh, this is in 2014. Coal was 39% of our energy, natural gas 27%. My question is, how do we power our entire nation and what direction do we need to take? Renewable energy only makes up about 23 or 13% of all the energy the nation uses, and that's not going to be sustainable for much longer. So looking into nuclear energy will be probably the next step. So nuclear energy, there's some problems with nuclear energy and why it hasn't advanced very far. It's because of public opinion, radioactive waste, the thought that we'll eventually run out of uranium, so why invest in a energy that will eventually run out? And it's really not that efficient just yet. So those are some of the problems. And this is what thorium can possibly do to fix those problems. Nuclear waste reduction, carbon footprint reduction, nuclear war proliferation, which I'll get to in a minute. Economically valuable, it's very valuable, and it is very efficient compared to what we are doing now. And I'll go through these one at a time. So nuclear waste reduction. Thorium is 2.78 times less toxic than uranium. And that's huge. Just something by twice as much is a huge number. The radioactiveness of thorium is much less. Also, thorium can break down radioactive isotopes further for less waste. What this means is it produces less radioactive isotopes as byproducts, so it has less waste to be stored. In this picture you see below, you can see barrels upon barrels being buried, just so we never have to see them ever again. Thorium will help reduce that. Carbon footprint reduction. In 2014, 67% of energy was created by burning fossil fuels. And this again is information from the U.S. Energy Information Administration, and I have the same graphic on the right restating the percentages, and the graphic on the left showing a visual. So if we move more towards nuclear energy, we will burn a lot less fossil fuels. 67% is over 2/3 of the energy we get from fossil fuels on a energy that's going to run out soon. So that needs to be changed. Nuclear war proliferation. So what this means is the possibility of making nuclear weapons. So with uranium was easily used as a nuclear weapon. So if we use thorium, it does not make a good weapon at all. In fact, it melts most surfaces it comes in contact with. And that will destroy the public opinion of it, or destroy the public opinion problem with it, I should say. Nuclear energy has not gone very far because the public opinion of it is it's a weapon, and policies are made to prevent that from being made worldwide. And thorium will help get us over that hurdle. It's very economically valuable. Could potentially save $1 billion a year in the nuclear industry, and could save the government $100 million a year in storing materials of either nuclear waste or fuel to fuel the nuclear plants. Currently, thorium costs 10% more than uranium, but that is because uranium mines exist more prominently than thorium mines. If we focused our efforts to mine thorium, the cost will go down and there will be an economic shift. Also, the reactor never needs to be shut down in a thorium reactor. We just keep adding more and more. And with that, that greatly reduces the radioactive, what should I say, radioactive exposure to the workers in these plants who are refueling these reactors, so they don't have to, they won't get sick and they won't get injured at their job. Efficiency. So currently the nuclear reactors use 100% uranium to create energy. With thorium, uranium will still be required, but with thorium it will be a 70-30 ratio that will produce energy. And with this ratio they'll be more efficient and will produce more energy for a lower cost. Also, there's 4 times more thorium in the world, and that will take care of the uranium problem of running out of uranium. Also, thorium lasts longer in storage, so as a fuel, it'll last longer in storage because it oxidizes less than uranium does. Uranium breaks down really fast, it's very unstable. Thorium will not. Currently, India is the world leader on thorium. Pictured on the left is their model of their thorium plant that they have. And on the right, you can see that they have about 25% of the thorium reserves in the world. India is taking huge step forwards in nuclear energy because they have a lot of people to power. Not a lot of people over there have power, and they're trying to meet the demands of their nation. So in conclusion, thorium being 4 times more abundant than uranium will boost the efficiency of the nuclear industry and hopefully let nuclear power be put in the right light of public opinion. My resources were an MIT article by Kevin Fisher and the EIA, or the Energy Information Agency by the government. And that's all I have for you guys. Thanks for listening. My name was Nathan Gayhart, and this was my presentation on Can Thorium Revive the Nuclear Industry. Thank you.